it's happening. Steven Stamkos has signed a 4-year deal with the Nashville Predators worth $8 million annually. The 2008 first overall pick spent 16 seasons in Tampa Bay, 10 of those as captain. Stamkos joined James Duffy on TSN Monday to discuss the move.
Listen, as crazy as it's been the last couple of days and the lack of sleep and the nerves and just that uneasy feeling, once we made that call to Barry Trotz and the Nashville Predators that we were coming, that feeling went away, and it's just been pure excitement. It's such an emotional time right now. I can't lie and say that, you know, really since the beginning of last year when I didn't get an extension that, you know, you're a human. You have emotions and you want things to go your way, but that's just your perspective. Everyone else has a different perspective, and, you know, certainly Julian in Tampa has a different vision. And at the end of the day, it's a business. As harsh as it can be sometimes, you have to live with those decisions. And like I said, it's not for a lack of effort on my side of trying to make things work out in Tampa, but it's not fair to Nashville for me to sit here and say, you know, I really wanted to be in Tampa. Everyone knows I did. It didn't work out, and I'm just as thrilled to be joining the Nashville Predators, like I just mentioned, for a multitude of reasons. And like I just said, you can see by how aggressive they've been today already that their commitment to winning is second to none.
The Predators also added Jonathan Marchessault to a 5-year deal worth $5.5 million a year. Marchessault spent the last 7 years in Las Vegas and won the 2023 Conn Smythe Trophy during the Golden Knights Stanley Cup run. Preds also signed Brady Shea to a 7-year deal worth $7 million annually. Shea has split his 10-year career between the Rangers and Hurricanes. The D-man coming off a career-high 47 points last season. So the Preds, 3 massive additions, combining for $108.5 million in total money. Barry Trotz was busy, and so was this guy, Frankie Corrado, on our Free Agent Frenzy show, and he was kind enough to stick around and hang out with us. And Frankie, I guess the first question for me, how hard is it for you to believe that Steven Stamkos isn't going to finish his career as a Tampa Bay Lightning?
Very hard to believe, Jay, and to be honest with you, it never should have come to this. Steven Stamkos should have been a Tampa Bay Lightning for life. This never should have gone down this way. And he's going to move on to Nashville. They're spending money. They're going to try and win. But everyone else got taken care of in Tampa Bay. You go through the list. Hagel, Cirelli, Hedman, Sergachev, who they recently moved. All these guys got their money, got their extensions. Steven Stamkos has been a great citizen there. He's a great person. But more importantly, Jay, he's still a very good player. This is not a captain that's washed up on the last legs of his career. Like, yes, he's aging. This guy had 40 goals last year. He had 81 points. Steven Stamkos has a lot of game left. And if you hear some of the, you know, back and forth as far as what the Tampa Bay Lightning were offering Steven Stamkos, $3 million a year spread out over 8 years, give me a break. That's insulting. Steven Stamkos should have always been a Tampa Bay Lightning. They should have found a way to make a reasonable offer to him, which he probably would have accepted. It's obviously not the way it went down, but I don't like the way it's brutal the way it looks on the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Yeah, it's rough. And former teammate, by the way, Frankie, I got so many cards here, I'm just going to start chucking some of them away. There we go. Former teammate of Steven Stamkos, Nate Thompson, had this to say on Monday. I thought this was interesting, Frankie. Tampa will have this stain on the organization forever. Successful or not next season, it's still a huge mistake. Lost the captain and one that produces. It's all on the surface. Not even mentioning his off-ice impact, which is bigger. Smashville is laughing now. And it's worth noting, Steven Stamkos, you know, you mentioned it, Frank. He's still producing over 40 goals last year. I assume you agree with Nate Thompson.
I do, Jay. I honestly do. Like, he's not some washed-up captain. He's a very good player. It just, everyone else got taken care of. In Tampa, they spent a lot of money. Like, they went and got Jake Gensel. When you see that Gensel deal, like, it's all signing bonus money. So there's no shortage of cash in Tampa Bay, but there was a shortage of cash for their captain who has been there for 16 years and been a great leader on and off the ice. It makes no sense to me how this whole thing was handled. And like I said, Steven Stamkos should have been a Tampa Bay Lightning for life.
Barry Trotz said he wanted to show his players that they were in it to win it. Is Nashville, in your mind, Frankie, the clear winner of free agent frenzy?
Big time. And last year, Jay, if we go back there, Nashville did a really good job at value shopping. Like, they signed their first-line center in Ryan O'Reilly for $4.5 million. They ended up signing Gus Nyquist to a 2-year deal at $3.16. So they had, both those players playing on their first line making a combined $7.6 million. That's really good value. They've taken that value, and this year they opened up the piggy bank, and basically they're just going to try and capture the momentum that they had from last year where they make the playoffs. Goals were a little harder to come by in the first round against the Vancouver Canucks, so you add 2 players that are going to give you a lot of offensive pop. Yes, Stamkos still has game. Jonathan Marchessault, great shooter, Conn Smythe winner. Really like it from their point of view. Power play should be really good for Nashville this year. And not to mention, you had Brady Shea on the back end. Yes, Ryan McDonough is a different type of player. He moves on. Brady Shea, a lot of offense there. So you can really see what Nashville was trying to do. They were trying to add offense. They opened the piggy bank to do so. A little bit different than last year where they found the value. This year, the money was flowing out of Smashville.